Welcome to the
Yeah.
Northern Knits podcast. We are two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocleyn, and my co-host is.
Diana.
It is episode 389, and now that we've made ourselves excited to talk on the internet,
Hype, hype, hype.
I'm gonna drink some tea because it's for us it's morning-ish. It's early afternoon, so it's tea time.
I should have made some tea. I just finished my
Mm.
coffee, so I just have water in my very exciting fancy cup that everybody gets jealous of my drink on video calls, and then I'm like, sorry guys, it's just a fancy cup. And then they're less excited. But it brings me a small degree of joy to just disappoint them like that.
I need you to start remembering to make fancy drinks.
I did make a fancy drink. It was just this morning. I finished my fancy drink.
It's afternoon. It's time for a cup of hot water and molasses. It's time for
I suppose I could
herbal
have done that.
teas. Herbal teas. It's always time for herbal teas.
It's true. I do have that Aztec spice puer that was pretty good
Mm-hmm.
last time.
Mm-hmm.
Could be
It's
doing that.
still summer because summer's never going to go away. There's time for iced teas and lemonades and
It's true. I never made an iced tea this summer.
disappoint, disappoint,
Yeah,
disappoint. You need to correct
last summer
that.
I got a whole bunch of lemon balm out of my yard and we just had iced tea like all summer
Yeah,
out of
iced
lemon balm in my
tea
yard.
is amazing.
Yeah,
What are you doing with your life? Not having iced tea. I don't know about
not
you.
having iced tea apparently.
I don't know about
Not
you.
foraging for herbs in my yard.
Yeah, it seems like a okay, that's it. You have too much dance class. You need to cut back on dance class. You're not foraging for herbs. You're not making iced tea. I have to put my foot down.
I know, right? I just found out the other day that goldenrod is apparently a natural dye, and I have so much of that in my backyard.
Okay, cool. Cool. I put dandelion tea on my to purchase list because I'm out of dandelion tea. I'm out of orange peacock tea. I am just about out of Earl Grey tea, and I'm almost out of my stash mint tea. So like next month is a heavy tea buying month because those are staples for me.
Yeah, buy all the tea.
I need to buy all the tea next month. So we'll see how that goes. So hopefully I can find some good dandelion tea because good dandelion tea is like good mint tea. It's not as easy to find as you think.
I have some adequate dandelion root tea, but meh,
It's not the same. It's not the same. Dandelion root tea is
no.
fine, but if what you want is dandelion tea, the root tea is not going to do it for you.
No, they are different things.
They are different things. So I need to start tracking down a new dandelion tea source. Because, oh, I love dandelion tea. It's so nice. So nice. No, don't get me wrong. I still have a bunch of the straight up black tea from Germany
Mm.
and rock sugar. So, like, I still
So
have
you're not
black tea.
completely out. Okay.
I still like I still have a bunch of teas from the marvelous moderator, one of the Patreon members, who when they send me packages, the tea's like falling out of the box. So like I still have some marzipan teas. I've still got some teas that I have no idea what's
Okay,
in
so
them
you're
because I
not at
can't. I'm
critically
not at
low tea levels
critically
yet.
low tea levels. I'm just out of my basics. I'm out of my reach for staples. Like it's 8 o'clock at night. I have a mint tea. It's you know 7 in the morning. I have a dandelion tea. Like I'm out of the go-to staples. I'm not out of the fun stuff. I still have a bunch of fun stuff. I have some blueberry patch. Oh, I'm making iced tea after this. I'm gonna sneeze.
I love how you talked yourself into iced tea.
Rumor is you and I have fairly similar project piles right now.
We do indeed. And I went to a
Uh,
fiber festival yesterday, so I have many
it's a thing.
acquisitions.
We were also live on Wednesday, and today is Sunday for recording, so it's not like we've had a ton of time.
It's not even been a full week. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be a short list this week for both of us. I also tend to work on the weekends, so, like because I work for myself. So like I choose to work shorter days every day. That suits me better.
That makes
So
sense.
I don't technically take a day off ever. And I prefer it that way. That makes me happy. I get up, I have my morning, then I'm always on routine, which is so important when you work for yourself. Routine
Mm-hmm.
is king when you work for yourself. You cannot
Oh yeah.
deviate. So I like being done work about 3 o'clock every afternoon. And I'm done. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm done by 3. But that leaves the adult chores, and I live by myself, so I do all the cooking, I do all the cleaning, I care for my cat. We're in the middle of a seasonal flip. You should see the living room right now. Oh man, it looks like a tornado has just blown right through it. It's a problem. So I only have 3 projects this week.
I have two, but many acquisitions.
So I shall go first then. I'm going to talk about the thing that I did not even bother to bring in here today.
Okay.
It's the blanket. It's the corner to corner blanket.
Oh,
We are
the absolutely
officially,
massive. Yeah.
it decreases. Got it's a striped corner to corner blanket. I'm done. I'm done. You're not seeing it till it's finished. It's halfway through a row. It's sitting on the couch arm. It
Yeah, no,
like
that can just stay there.
it can just stay there. I'm making it out of scrap, so it is a scrap busting project. So it is using Bernat tweed, which I had like 5 balls of as my beige,
Sorry, I'm
my
tangled.
beige
What is
stripe.
going on here?
Do you know
Carry
what you're
on.
doing?
No, I don't. What is going on?
And I
How
alternated
did
the
this
stripes
happen?
with blue and purple worsted weight acrylic yarn. I did it on a 5 millimeter hook. She's a straight up corner to corner blanket. I'm following the 100 days countdown to Halloween craft along that Alt Knots is doing. I'm not making the blanket that she's making with with everybody, mostly because I don't like the picture. Like it doesn't suit my theme, so it
Mhm.
wasn't going to work. So I'm just doing a striped one for fun because I need more blankets. It's just I need stuff that's going to work for my apartment. She makes her corner to corners using a chain of 5 instead of a chain of 6, so the spacing gaps are smaller.
Okay.
And I was
Which I
like, I'm
guess
going to
makes
try
more
that
sense for the imagery.
for the imagery. But I tried it for this, and oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yes, I like
Okay.
it. It makes a nice. You still get the holes because there's still holes, but it's a
Well, yeah.
much smaller gap, so the blanket has a much more solid look to it. So like
Okay.
hard on convert, chain of 5 instead of chain of 6 from my corner to corners forevermore, from now into perpetuity.
Okay.
I'm not even messing with it. I love the look of it so much. And it's like, oh, one chain makes such a difference. One chain makes such a difference. It is crazy.
I'm up. Okay. I am so very close to being done our summer solstice project, or my summer
Woohoo!
solstice project, which was making a shawl out of my handspun,
It was. Weren't you gonna try to?
which
You were so close. What
I
held you
am
up this
indeed
week?
so close.
But it's been
Okay,
3 days.
look at this tiny little ball. I am going to finish this. This is happening. This is going to happen by the time we stream what, next Sunday?
Friday.
Friday.
This is the week
Whenever
we
we're streaming
switch.
for the solstice, the summer solstice
Oh,
cast on, or
Sunday.
the fall
This
equinox.
fall equinox is this Sunday. This coming Sunday, we will be live.
Yes.
Yes.
So like I'm gonna be done. It's tiny. It's so little. I did the gradient thing like I was hoping the yarn would do. So we started with the blues and then we switch into the greens and we switch into the red and then now the red is fading into white
So it's doing what you
and
want it to.
it's doing exactly what I wanted. It's hard to hold this up properly because it's meant to curl. There we go. I figured it out. It's meant to curl like this.
I'm so excited you're finally knitting with your handspun.
I'm so excited it's holding together. I'm beyond thrilled.
You do know that's what the yarn. Okay, yeah.
I know that it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, but
Okay.
I'm thrilled that it's doing what it's supposed to do, that I did a good enough job spinning it that is not falling apart in my hands.
Okay.
This is my first handspun knit project.
It
I'm very
is.
excited that it's behaving like yarn. It's very exciting to me. Look at this. Look at this. It's so pretty. It matches nothing, and I'm going to be so proud of it. I'm going to hang it up in my background when I'm done. I'm that proud of this
We're
thing.
super proud. Okay. You've
I'm
reached
so proud. It's
you've
going
reached
in my
that level.
background for months when I'm done.
Okay. Alrighty then. I hope everybody likes the look of it because you're gonna be seeing it for a while.
Yeah.
Once things
So
hit the
this will be done
background,
next time.
I don't see them anymore. You're saying it here? You're gonna have a finish for Sunday?
I'm going to have a finish for Sunday, possibly by the time we record on Friday even.
Ooh, fancy.
but certainly by Sunday, because I mean, like we're almost done. We're almost
Well, and we have a Patreon e-knit next Saturday, so
Oh yeah.
you have a chunk
Like
of hours set aside.
yeah, there's time. It's gonna
There's
get
time.
done.
As per the thumbnail, I have a Scrappy V. I have a Scrappy
Yay.
V. I have a Scrappy V. I put a little clippy stitch marker from where I had progress once I was done talking to the Louise. So you can see I made a significant amount of progress. I always consistently underestimate how long it takes me to do ribbing. Because I can only do it for a couple rows and then I gotta set it down because it gets so bored. So I'm still working on the ribbing, which I did not want to be. I wanted to have an FO for today. I wanted to have an FO for today. And I can't, and I don't want to skimp. I'm at 3/4 of an inch, a little over half an inch, a little over half an inch. I don't want to skimp because I did not skimp at the top. Like you can see at the top, I almost did the full 2 inches.
Yeah.
So I need to, I need the
So
bottom
you want
to
to match it on the
match.
bottom. That
I
makes
want to
sense.
match it on the bottom. So I'm still working on it. I just, for the life of me, I forget how boring I find ribbing and how much I don't enjoy the process, but I love the look. So here I am,
Mm-hmm.
plugging away at the ribbing. Am I worried about yarn? No, because in my skull bowl, I put my yarn ball. I
Such a
got,
great bowl.
I love this bowl so freaking much. I'm already at the point where it's like, I don't require a second one. I'm seeing Ginger Snap that in October at the Silver Willow yarn festival in Saskatoon. I might have to buy if he's got the skull colored one, like the bone colored one, I might have to get a second
Yeah.
bowl.
Oh,
I might need
let me
two.
tell you about the yarn bowl. In acquisitions, I'll tell you about the yarn bowl that I got.
Go good. Did I inspire you to get a new fun yarn bowl?
You'll see. You'll see.
I use them all the time, and I'm thinking double skulls on my coffee table.
Absolutely.
So maybe I'll think about it. I've got time. I got like 2 weeks, a little more than 2 weeks before the Silver Willow Festival, because it's on the 5th of October. Like it's like the first Saturday in October. So much fun coming for me. All right. But it's the Scrappy V, guys. We've talked about it for ages. It's 4 skeins of single uh colored yarn. It's colored yarn. Did you know there's a color in here? I am
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a color in there?
Oh, Jocleyn should have caffeinated today. Okay. You're running 4 individual skeins of sock weight yarn from Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. If you guys have not gotten tired of hearing of us talk about our discount, here we go again. You can save 10% off your order when you order through Erin and Tristan's website, fireweedfiberco.com. Save yourself some money and get some pretty yarn. These are old sock club colorways. 3 of these are Songbird Club colorways. One of these is the Star Trek, and the only one I remember is the Red Winged Blackbird. I don't remember the names of the other ones. I just don't, guys. I don't. They're
The blue one,
beautiful.
the green one, I don't
There's
know.
blue, there's green. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. It's fine. It is what it is. I no longer recall. I mean, Erin was here. She'd be like, it's this color, this color, this color, this color. I cannot do that. It's not in my memory banks that way.
I think the
But
specklier blue one had something to do with a heron.
I think, don't quote, but I know one of them Star Trek and the rest are Songbird. So slow and steady. Dear God, I hope I have done this by the time we record again, because I wish to be done the damn ribbing.
Because it's just the ribbing, right? You've already done the sleeves?
Sleeves are done. It's just the ribbing. I'm
Oh,
literally at the
just the
last
ribbing.
step. I'm literally at the last step. And I
Oh,
partially
you just
woven
got
the
like at
ends.
most 10 rows then. Like, you can do that.
I'm hoping so. Because otherwise,
I
what am I
believe in you. I
doing?
believe you can do
What am I
10 rows in
doing?
a week.
Crazy. All right, but there we go. That's what I'm working on while we record today.
All right. Well, I'm going to spoil some of my acquisitions. So I went to the KW Knitters Fair yesterday, and I was one of the models in their knitwear fashion show.
Mhm. I
And
know
so one of the
Louise
things,
scored us some photos. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't manage to coordinate with her to get said photos, but I saw her taking them, so they exist.
Pixar didn't
Um,
happen, people.
I know. Well, Louise has them. So one of the things I got to wear was this glorious baby Surrey alpaca and silk cowl.
Okay.
Um, It was held double with a slubby merino yarn, and I just spent the entire time like petting it
Petting it.
because yeah, it's so soft. And so later I saw it at the booth, and they were like, "We have kits for this," and I'm like, "You have kits for this?" So I was not going to buy yarn, but
Mm.
perhaps the wool fumes caught me, and I maybe purchased yarn, wound yarn, and knit like 4 inches of cowl in less than 24 hours.
So you were inspired, were you?
I was maybe a little bit inspired.
Oh, okay. So what we had to take away from this is that it's a very nice fabric.
It's so soft. You don't understand. It's also shedding all over me, and I'm regretting my choice of wearing a white shirt and dark pants. White shirt, black shirt, a black shirt and dark pants.
I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, that is not the color my eyeballs are registering. And while I understand
No,
they're
the
sketchy these
fuzz is
days,
uh the fuzz is very light gray. So it's like it's
um,
leaving like white fuzz on my black shirt.
that was
But
not a black
it's
shirt.
so nice, and it's just the pattern's just super. It's a big tube. You just cast
It's a
on 180
cowl.
stitches and held the things double, and you just go.
God, but that's
But
so
it's so
relaxing.
pretty. It's so nice. So all of the colors are in the slubby yarn. The
Ooh.
fuzzy one that's giving the mohair effect is the Surrey silk,
Yep.
and it's doing like a mohair like halo, and it's so soft. It
I
is so soft.
I fairly regularly wear um a cropped wrap, like a little cropped tie wrap that Erin made that she did with a fingering out of her Surrey silk that she has. Surrey silk is so nice. so, so nice.
It's
And
so
it's so
nice.
soft. And it
So
is
this is the
definitely
slubby
different
yarn.
from mohair.
So it's
Oh,
got this really
so
fun
cool.
texture with all the little bits
No,
and
yeah, yeah,
bobs.
yeah. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
And then the yarn I'm holding with it is just this cloud here. So this color is smoke,
Yeah.
and then this one
So
is, I believe, Pebble
super,
Path.
super, super pale gray.
Yeah. Pebble Path is the same shade of gray, but with speckles of black and like a pinky purple and some yellow. Bless you. Like those little, like, when you're walking across like a big granite slab and it's like, it's mostly gray, but it's got like flecks of like pink and other colors in it.
Yep. 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 It
Yeah.
looks so
Like,
pretty.
like a pebbled path. And I believe this company is Leo and Roxy. Let me make sure I've got that right.
Leo and
Leo and Roxy
Roxy.
Yarn Co.
Okay, so Leo and Roxy are an amazing yarn company. So
Yeah.
good. So
Oh,
good.
Patches to Patches is what this color's called.
Okay.
It's
One
it's
day,
nice.
one day I will get my hands on some Leo and Roxy. I've been seeing them on the intertubes for a long
And
time.
this is
Oh
just
man.
merino nylon, the slub.
Oh, so excited. So excited.
Um, yeah. So this kit, they had two patterns suggested for this kit.
Okay.
The other one was a triangle shawl with tassels, but the cowl. I had to do that because I wore the cowl and I had to, and it was so pretty. And so the other thing, if one of the other outfits I wore in the fashion show, sometimes they'd give us like a bag or something to hold. So one
Mhm.
of the bags I got was one of these bucket bags. And I'm like, this is so great. I need to buy one. So I went and bought one later. And it turns out you were telling me I needed to buy a bag from
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Yeah, it turns out this
Yeah,
was it.
yeah.
This was it. It was so great. Because like I didn't know her to see her, but like obviously I know of her, even
Yeah.
though we haven't interacted. So I was talking about, oh yeah, I have a podcast, and I gave her the business card, and she's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're that
Diane.
Diana. Because I know Jocleyn and blah blah blah. And so it was
Yep.
this like crazy moment of like, oh hey.
Yep. Yep.
So anyway, this is a great bag with like a big like drawstring bit in it, and then
Uh-huh.
it's got pockets on the outside and pockets on the inside, and a nice
There's
leather handle, and it's all canvas on the outside. It's beautiful.
I told you to go visit Cheryl for a reason.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
right.
I was right. I
Yeah.
know you. I know you very well.
So those were two things from the fashion show that I was very sold on, obviously.
Apparently. Holy
That was
schnickerdoodles.
not the point of the fashion
Okay.
show. It wasn't to sell it to the models in the fashion show, but it was very successful at doing that.
Oh my God, so good. So what you're saying was being a model is dangerous for you?
Apparently, I just will buy everything that I wear.
Okay, apparently that's what we need to do, guys. That's the trick. Put it on her. She can't say no after that.
Apparently not.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy you found stuff that you were interested in. So good.
I don't want to know how much money I spent yesterday. It
Don't
was too
think about it.
much.
Don't think about it.
I'm not
Do
gonna think
not.
about it.
Don't think about it. I
No.
also don't really see you cast on and knit 4 inches of anything anymore. You've been very low on the craft this summer, even for you.
Yeah, I don't know. This one just like grabbed me and wouldn't let go. So here we are.
Hopefully, this is what we need to get you over and you get back into the groove.
Oh,
You
I'm
know,
grooving.
happens to
There
all
is
of
much
us.
groove.
It's perfectly normal. I'm just happy it looks like we're at the end of your dry spell. All right. I suppose it's me again, isn't it?
Actually being home and having time to knit also helps.
Yes,
I
yes,
got
it
to
does.
I got to have a night in last
Yeah.
night. Oh my gosh.
Now, whose fault is
Fantastic.
that?
Well, I mean, traveling
Yeah.
and yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I
Uh-huh.
did it to myself, but like
Uh-huh.
I'm glad it's done. It was really fun, but I'm glad that that's
Good
all
stuff.
done and I get to
Okay.
chill now.
You're not the only one who's worked on their Tolsta Tank. Not the only one. I have an obscene amount of body to knit before we get excited about any cup shaping or anything like that, before we get to the fun stuff. because because of my height, take your pick. I have 2 balls of fingering weight yarn from Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. and her color 29 on the discontinued sparkle base, guys, so you can't get the sparkle base anymore. But look at that color. Look at that purples. Look at those
That's
dark
pretty.
flecks. Is that not just beautiful and dainty and so feminine? So stoked. So stoked. Look at the ends I haven't
It's
woven
gonna
in.
be
Yay!
weaving in ends.
I'm not as worried about it when it's a single color for the whole thing. Like the I'll have an end when this ball's done and I connect the new ball, and then I will have the ends when I'm doing like the straps and the topper. So I'm not worried. The Scrappy V I absolutely started weaving in as I went because I change colors every 2 inches. That was necessary. So I'm making slow progress. When we did our live, I was literally just starting, like I was in my ribbing, like I just started my first knit row. So I've done an additional uh, inch worth of knitting since then, which
Nice.
isn't too bad. The downside is we start cup shaping up around our armpits.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a lot of inches to go. Like I don't even want to think about it. It's over 10. It's over 10 inches. It's over 10 inches of fingering weight. I gotta go still. So we're just gonna shove the needles into here because this is how I keep my needles. I weave them through the ball. It's how I prefer to do it. And I'm going to sit this somewhere so I can just pick it up and work on it because this is just going to be a labor of love till I get up to where we do the cup shaping for the Tolsta tank. So this is the best and the worst part about a bottom up project for me is I get through the worst of it, which is the long body knitting I have to do. The downside is at the start of the project, so I feel like it's going to take forever. So it's hard to want to pick it up. My hope is to just stick this in the skull bowl when the Scrappy V is done, and then this just becomes the thing I pick up when I need to take a break
Yeah.
and hope that helps me get it finished. Here's hope. Here's hoping, folks, because I'd like to get that done, but I have, as previously mentioned, 50 billion projects to cast on, so see how I do. It's going to be a very distracting month and a bit for me.
Uh-huh.
Mhm,
Have fun.
mhm. I plan to. Oh my God, it just occurred to me. I have to pick the craft off projects early because I'm traveling and I'm in Saskatoon the weekend
Oh.
we do the next monthly live. Okay, I'm gonna start thinking about that now.
Shall we start with your acquisitions? Hello, cat.
Sure. Shall we start with Kitten?
Kitten.
Kitten, we gotta watch Mommy's Presents.
Okay. So
Oh, we need to trim your nails. We started
First of
yesterday.
all,
Stop.
we have matching bags.
Do you have matching bags? Did you buy me a
We
matching
have
bag?
matching bags.
Good out.
I figured you might appreciate the one that has the lighter lining though, so I took the
Oh,
darker
yes.
lining.
Yes. I prefer lighter linings. Oh, I got a canvas bag from Cheryl. Hot dang. Hot
Not from
dang.
Cheryl. This was a different lady.
It's a different lady? Ooh, who did I get a
Different
bag from?
lady. Do.
But
Oh no,
yes,
which one was she?
I like an inside
Alice
lining.
and the Hatman. Betty
Ooh,
Gormick.
I
She
love that
had
company name.
yeah.
So
Yeah, she
good.
had all kinds of bags and stuff, but she had this whole rack of these giant canvas tote bags that she was selling for like 20 bucks. So I'm like, I'll take
Holy.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is how we have
Hot
matching
dang.
bags.
Done and done. Oh, I'm
It
so
didn't have any like
excited.
pockets or anything on it. It's just a giant tote bag.
I am
And she makes
not.
them out of recycled IKEA curtains.
Yes, I love a good recycled DIY project. Do
Or
it
that she just goes on
up.
like Facebook Marketplace and grabs people's drapes that they're selling or giving away and makes bags out of them.
Oh, I love it. Okay, that's so into my vibe. Okay. Okay. Oh, so good. So good.
All
Okay.
right. And I know you don't really need any like small project bags, but it was Halloween themed.
Yeah, they're fair.
It's got little pumpkins and potion bottles and bats and
Oh
witch
my
hats
God,
and
that's
candies
so
and it says
cute.
boo.
Boo. I love a Halloween bag so
It's
much.
nice and light and light colored on the inside.
Sorry. Oh, good. If I get it like the tank tops and t-shirts, like a lot of my stuff is fingering right now, so like the small, medium-sized project bags are gonna go a lot farther for me. Because I weirdly use fewer skeins of yarn than I do when I'm making a shawl.
And then
That's
from
just
Odd Cat Yarn,
backwards.
there's some Halloween stitch markers.
Yeah.
So there's bats and pumpkins and spiders and
So
things, the
good.
clippy kind.
Oh, yeah, it's clippy kind is king. The rings are nice, but it's the clippy kind I prefer.
What else is in here?
Any type of
There's a
clip. I don't care
ghost,
what the
there's a
clip
bat,
function
there's a
is.
stack of pumpkins,
A
there's a
stack of
witch on a
pumpkins.
broom.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Oh my God. I cannot wait to start
Oh,
using those.
and
So
then
good.
Dragon Strings had new shawl pins.
What?
And so I figured an Amberdragun for Amberdragun.
Dragon? Woohoo! Branding! What are the
They were
odds you were gonna run
shiny.
across
I
one of
saw the dragon
those?
pins. I'm like, they're so pretty. And then they had an amber one, and I'm like, well,
Oh,
guess what's coming home with me?
pretty much walked itself into your pocket, didn't it?
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
oh my God, that's so good. If you guys don't know, everywhere else on social media, I'm known as Amberdragun. That's my name. Like if it's a social media context, that's the name I go for. I do a slight misspelling, so I can always get it. But like TikTok, Amberdragun, what used to be Twitter, Amberdragun. Like everywhere I am, it's Amberdragun.
So now you have an Amberdragun.
My blog page, Amberdragun. Like it's all Amberdragun. I have a
I
theme.
explained this to the Dragon Strings people, and they're like, oh,
Stuck to
absolutely,
the
that's
theme.
yours now.
I stuck to my theme. I stuck to my theme real hard. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes.
So
Okay.
those are your presents.
Oh, so good. Oh, I made off like a
So,
bandit and I wasn't even there. Whew, hot dang.
so then in my giant canvas tote bag, which is dark blue on the inside, to match the
Oh,
dark blue flowers on the outside,
absolutely.
what do we got?
You got
Let's
really tasty wet food and you scarfed all of it and guarded your bowl so I wouldn't come near it. Like I'm gonna eat your cat food.
absolutely.
Got very defensive of the cat
Oops.
food today, so we really liked that one. Okay.
I got a very pretty crochet hook.
Oh my God, what is that? Is gorgeous.
Yeah. So I believe this is
Where
an
did you
8
find
millimeter crochet hook with a
where did you
fancy little
find
bit on the end.
that?
This is from
That is gorgeous.
Viscount Woodturning, Scott Thorburn. Fiber
My
tools and artistic
God.
wood turning.
That is so
Commissions and
pretty.
challenges welcomed.
Wow.
Viscount Woodturning on Etsy.
I'm gonna have to go check them out because that is
Oh, your
gorgeous.
Halloween bag, by the way, is from
Hmm.
Mindfulness Makes.
Oh, good.
Katie Harrison.
I love that she reuses fabric, which is what I do with the bags that I make. I reuse fabric. Oh, it's so sustainable. Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like pro environment
So
plus pretty thing. Ah, best thing.
I think this is the right size hook I need for that blanket project we were talking about offline.
Yes, because it is a bulky weight yarn, so you're gonna want like an 8 millimeter hook. So yeah,
So I've
you in
got
fact
got
nailed
myself
it.
a giant well, not a giant. It's got myself an unnecessarily fancy hook.
No such thing as unnecessarily fancy. Yes, hello, kitten. I love you very much.
Let's see. I found a shop. I found the Safety Eye people, Chateau Bornay Crochet.
Okay.
I got safety eyes, obviously. There's neon rainbow safety eyes.
Oh my
See if I can
God.
get one out of here to actually show you. They're
Is there more amigurumi in our future?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
So they're neon rainbow safety eyes with glitter. They
Okay.
fluoresce under black light,
Oh my God. Okay.
right?
At least they don't glow in the dark.
She had glow in the dark ones. I did not get glow in the dark ones. She also has ones up to 40 millimeters.
That's
She had up to
huge.
40 millimeter eyes
Damn, some
that
honking
like
safety
glowed in the
eyes.
dark or were sparkly or metallic
Just
or
saying, think about that for a hot second. Glow in the dark eyeballs on a stuffy in a kid's room at night.
yeah.
That's just
She also
poor
has ones
choices.
that have the vertical slit pupil. I guess you could make them horizontal slit pupils, but the slitted pupils as well.
Oh, would be super good.
So you
Like,
could
come
make
on
like some
now.
really nice dragons or something.
I watched Chucky as a child. Well, when I was younger.
I did
I
not.
I don't have dolls in my bedroom for a reason. I no, I wasn't a kid. I was in my teens, but I did that. I quite frankly am quite creeped out by dolls. Could ask the mysterious Mr. B. I have moments. Okay, I have moments.
And then I also got some more normal sized gold glitter eyes.
Like I
So
said,
I
normal
think
sized, and then their next words
yeah.
were gold glitter eyes.
Yeah, they're normal size, but they're gold glitter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make, I think, some Christmas triceratops.
Oh my God, that'll be so much fun.
Yeah, I figure a red triceratops with white details and glittery gold
Uh-huh.
eyes.
Uh-huh.
Christmas
Uh-huh.
triceratops.
I think that is a excellent use of your time. I cannot wait to meet him.
Yeah,
They will need a very good name.
absolutely.
Put the husband on notice.
So I now have a local source for really fun safety eyes. Also from Oddcat, where your Halloween stitch markers are from.
Ooh, yeah.
This is an I-cord tool.
What?
It's 3D, it's got a 3D printed handle in the shape of a cat paw, complete with toe beans. But
God.
then it's just got 3 latch hooks sticking out of it.
Okay.
So you just wrap a strand of yarn around your 3 hooks and
Mhm.
pull it through your loops. So you can make I-cords super fast.
Oh my God. Okay, you're gonna have to tell me if that works.
Well, she
Yes.
demonstrated for me, so yes, it absolutely works. And the best part is you can use it for I-cord bind-offs as well. You just have to make sure to get the first hook through the loop on the shawl or whatever that you're binding off. So like
Okay.
you have to catch the stitch that you would do the knit two together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she demonstrated that too, and I'm like, give it to me now, please. I take my money.
No.
This is mine now.
Now you're stuck in my dress. Can I trim your nails now?
So I have a fancy I-cord tool and I'm very excited to use it. Because there's that
As you
shockwave
should
shawl
be.
that I want to make at some
Uh-huh.
point that is
I
all
know that was
I-cord edging.
it's exactly what my brain thought. I
And
was like,
also
oh my
Stephen
God.
West shawls have so much I-cord edging. And I have a tool.
Ew.
So I'm very excited.
Will not stop sneezing. That's just how today's gonna go. Okay. So am I. So am I. Because my God, the I-cord on the last few projects, you've been like, I would like to do this. And I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, so that should make the I-cord distinctly less painful.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay, yeah, you did some hardcore shopping.
I did. I'm not done yet.
Oh my God. Keep
I'm not
going.
done yet.
This is like, were you channeling me?
Maybe. Also from Leo and Roxy, as I was buying that yarn that I was totally not going to buy for that
Bye. Yeah.
cowl I
Just like
absolutely wasn't going to cast
I
on.
remember somebody strictly
Um,
telling me no yarn.
I was so certain, but you know what? Now I have 4 inches of cowl, so shush.
All right.
But she had these Kitchener stitch keychain instruction things.
Okay. You needed one?
So I needed one. So I
I
have
thought.
Kitchener stitch now.
I thought about it. I saw someone with those, but I found the doodle cards instead and went with those.
So I have Kitchener stitch instructions.
Good.
Let's see. And then I found some very interesting spinning fiber. Well, I'll talk about that
Ooh.
in a second. Hang on. Before I get into that, I did not buy any yarn from these guys, but
Okay.
the Frosted Stitch,
Okay.
their entire booth was my
Mhm.
color palette.
Their whole booth.
Their whole booth. And they have a base that's 20% yak, and it is so soft.
So we're gonna have to fall down on their web store at some point, aren't we?
Yeah,
Okay.
so next time I need to make a sweater, Frosted Stitch, I'm coming for you.
Okay. 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 Listen, if it's an entire booth of Diana palette, there's gonna be something in there for
Like
Jocleyn.
I'm like, look at this. This is entirely my palette. It's the dark, moody, fall-ish
Yup.
colors,
Yup.
ranging up into the only bright colors they had were in the blue range. Everything else was dark and
Okay.
moody, with like a couple of brighter neutrals and some brighter blues.
Maybe for our birthdays? No, no, I
100% my
know
color palette.
I know what I want for my birthday. But you know what? Yes. When we're ready to buy more sweater yarn, let me know. Uh I will absolutely eyeball that as well.
Yeah,
I'm currently debating my post
carry that out.
Christmas, my post Christmas, like my post You Survived Christmas purchase for myself. And I was thinking arcane fireworks, but maybe the frosted, maybe the frosted website. Okay.
They're located in Sudbury, Ontario.
I'm gonna have to do some
150 colorways on 12 different bases.
light internet stalking is required.
Yeah.
Light internet stalking is required. Okay, cool. I love all of those words that came out of your face. I love dark, I love moody, I love fall colors. This is a thing. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So then I got myself a bit of interesting spinning fiber
Okay.
from Fibremorphology.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
I
All these company
got
names are so good. So good.
got some velvet tweed in
What
the colorway
even
mistletoe.
is
Also, it
that?
matches my nails. That was absolutely not intentional, but it 100% matches my nails.
What
It's
is
this
that?
dark, moody
Just
red and green with bits of white.
God, that is gorgeous.
So this is 50% Ontario Corriedale, 30%
Ooh,
Ontario Wensleydale,
yeah.
15% linen, and 5% sari silk.
Oh, you were lucky I was not there, or we would have matching balls of spinning fiber.
Well, she only had one of this one left, but she had other colorways of this.
That is gorgeous.
Isn't it just? And like, I
Oh, it's
didn't
so
even
pretty.
realize it matched my nails when I picked it up. I didn't realize until I was like digging for my card in my wallet, and she's like, "Oh, you picked one that matches your
Matches.
nails." Like, oh yeah, I did. Look at that. I had a
Oh, that's so
whole
pretty.
look going on yesterday, completely unintentionally, because I just like threw on my Find Your Fade shawl because I'm like, I gotta wear some kind of knit.
Knit.
But I
Yep.
was
Yep.
otherwise very neutrally dressed because I didn't know what I was supposed to be wearing for the fashion show, so I just went for like as much black as possible because that works with anything.
Yeah. True story.
Um, but then I also had my contacts in, which are blue. So the blue in my contacts matched the blue in my shawl,
Uh-huh.
and the red in
Uh-huh.
my shawl matched the red in my
Oh my
hair, and I had a
God.
whole look going on accidentally. I was so coordinated.
You color coordinated your person to your outfit. That is delightful. Okay.
It was not intentional whatsoever. All right, this is the last thing. This is also from Fibremorphology.
Okay.
Um,
That's another internet location I'm gonna have to go lightly stock because was gorgeous fiber.
I touched this and I'm like, what is this? I need to try it. It
Okay.
is 70% Alberta Cotswold and
Okay.
30% Irish linen.
What?
So like it's soft, but it's soft-ish to
What?
touch, but you squish it and there's a crunch to it. Like there's nothing to hear, but I can
What?
feel that there's a crunch to it.
What?
It feels so
Okay,
interesting.
I need you to spin that post haste
I know.
because I need to know what that spins like because I might need some. That is a
It just
heck of
like
an
I
interesting
squished it and I went,
blend.
what is this?
This that sounds so interesting. That sounds so
Like,
interesting.
yeah, there's absolutely nothing to hear, but it feels crunchy,
Okay.
but it's not like to run my arm along it, it feels quite soft, but to squish it, it crunches.
Okay. Okay.
But this is very soft.
Yeah, no, I'm adding spinning to my workload. There is no space for it. Don't care. I need to free up some drop spindles because I need some of
This
that
is,
to
yeah,
try. I need some
this,
of that to try. Okay.
yeah, I think I'm gonna put this on, oops,
Yikes.
hello Veggie Matter, I don't need you in there. I'm going to put this on
Yikes.
Esmeralda when I finish that giant, or
Oh
this very
yeah.
bright,
Yeah.
because I feel like this is what she's meant for. That is all of my acquisitions, and then of course the thing that I immediately got home and wound and cast on
Do
that
not
I've been
look at
working
your
on as we record.
do not look at your credit card statement. Just pay it. Just pay it. Don't look.
Yeah,
Don't look.
yeah.
Just
Oh,
pay
I
it.
didn't
Don't
even,
look.
I just went straight for the debit card and I don't
Oh
even need
yeah.
to be reminded.
Nope, don't do it. Don't do
No,
it.
I'm not gonna look. I
I'm
don't.
so happy. I'm so happy you got excited about new things and got stuff, and it was a wonderful assortment. And you found so many new things for me to go check out.
Oh,
So
the
good.
best part, I mean,
Yeah.
aside from seeing Cheryl and Louise and just meeting a whole bunch of people, and like I randomly ended up having lunch with a couple people that I was talking about the
Mhm.
podcast came up, and one of the ladies was like, "Oh, I think I've watched you guys." Like, okay, that's cool.
Yep.
So yeah, I passed out a bunch of business cards, but I found out one of my friends that I do West Coast Swing with on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I knew she was a crafty person. I did not realize she had sheep and llamas, and her
What?
sister had a booth there. Yeah.
Okay.
So Yarnsomniacs.
Okay. Okay. I hope
Uh,
she teases you on Wednesday. I hope she teases you on Wednesday because you've earned it.
I didn't
Oh, so
realize she
good.
had like she had fully had sheep and was like, so I told her about my dream of one day shearing a sheep and processing
Mhm.
the fleece and spinning it in and knitting a sweater.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, if you want to come help next shearing season, you can absolutely do that. And I'm like,
Do it. Do
what
it.
now? So
Do it.
I'm manifesting my dream of going sheep to sweater
Yes. Yes, do
in a
it.
roundabout way.
Do it. Doesn't matter. I vote yes.
So
I vote
that's
yes.
super exciting.
I
I
vote
also got to play
yes.
with the drum carter. They were doing spinning demos. So I got to play with the drum carter for a while. And then as I somehow managed to do at Fibre festivals, I just like took over the booth for a bit so that they could go shopping. It's not even
It's
my
just
booth. But
it's
it was just me at the booth for a while.
I couldn't tell you how that happens to us. It just does. It just
I don't
does.
know, it just
It's fine.
does.
It's
And like
fine. I
I'd
love
never
doing
met her
it.
sister before, and her sister was like, "Yeah, just like hang out at the booth for a few minutes while we go shopping." Like,
Yep.
okay, like I literally just met you an hour ago, but okay,
Sure.
trust me with
Yeah.
your entire booth.
Yep. Why not? They trust volunteers with their booth.
Fair.
Fair.
I was in fact a
So good.
volunteer.
So good. So good. Okay. So much to explore, so many new things to find out. I have to figure out how to come out for a KW knitters thing. I have to figure out how to
It was
get
so
me
good, and it was
there.
like it was
Get
extremely
me
well
there.
organized. It was in it it's called the Auditorium,
The
AUD,
odd.
the Odd. But
Okay.
it's two arenas that are attached together. So they took up two arenas.
That is not a small amount of square footage.
No. They had a lot more just like sitting around space than the Manitoba Fiber Festival, but in terms of number of vendors, I think it's probably pretty close.
I would honestly have to pull up and take a look at how many vendors there were. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
it
don't
felt like it was
count.
roughly on par. They had more sitting space,
Okay.
and Manitoba has the animals, which
Yeah, but
KW doesn't.
the animals are out in their own space with extra vendors. So like I would honestly have to count now.
Yeah, so I don't know, 40, I think it was 40-ish.
40-ish. Okay. We take breaks while we do our recordings, and we literally just well, for mostly for me to blow my nose, guys. Most of the cuts for me blowing my nose. That's why we do cuts. I had to go wash my face. So if you're looking at me like, Jocelyn, where'd your makeup go? I had to remove my makeup because my nose is not having it today. We're not having anything on the face or in the face area. I soaped my hair just in case it's like the shampoo and conditioner today setting me off, and it's stuff I use all the time because I
Oh
don't
goodness.
know. I don't know what's triggering today. However, Diana delightfully forgot something in her
I
acquisition, so
did.
we have one more thing.
I have one more acquisition. I forgot because I don't physically have it. The Yip Yip Yarn Bowl.
Did you buy it?
I did, except that they were sold out, of course, by
It's
like
fine.
noon that day.
Well, yeah.
I have a picture.
thing is so freaking adorable. I was like, oh, I should get the bowl, but that's
So
fine. It's fine.
Huron Shores Pottery makes these Yip Yip yarn bowls.
How freaking adorable is that? Not my aesthetic, but that is so freaking cute.
Like, you know the Yip Yips from Sesame Street? Yip 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 Yip, uh-huh,
Uh-huh,
uh-huh.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So I placed a custom order for a giant purple one. This is a picture of a red one, but I'm gonna get a purple one. And I
I'm
only
so
remembered about
stoked.
it because they sent me an email during our break just now confirming my order.
Woo, well timed. Well
So
done.
I bought
Uh,
future me a present. In
oh,
4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to get a purple Yip Yip yarn bowl.
I insist all Instagram posts must be taken with Yip Yip Yarn Bowl the moment it arrives in perpetuity.
Absolutely. Yip Yip yarn bowl will
We are
be my
going
best
to,
friend.
you know what's going to happen? We are going to fall down a rabbit hole of incredibly unique, creative, fun yarn bowls. And we are going to have a collection of them. I know us.
Oh no,
I
is
know
this the new
us.
project bag collection?
It might be, have you met us? Have you met us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I listen. 2 years running, there's been a booth at the Manitoba Fibre Festival that has sold handmade brooms. I do not think I can deny myself if they are there again next year. I do not think I can deny myself a handmade broom. A
I think you
handmade
deserve a
broom.
handmade broom.
What a handmade broom. Listen, listen. The lady that we bought our spinning wheels from, like my Ashford traditional and your Esmeralda,
Hmm.
she checked in to make sure Esmeralda was doing well.
Oh, she's
And I
doing
said,
great.
oh no, she loves her new home. Both her and Diana need a cup of coffee before they can do anything in the morning, but they are a good pair. They work great together. She had a drum carder there, so she was showing me the drum carder. She has a spinning wheel in a table with a treadle like my treadle sewing machine.
Ooh.
The temptation was high because treadling on the
Ooh.
Ashford is different from treadling for the sewing machine. It's
Yeah.
still treadling, but it's a different pace. She's like, yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, this is paced a lot like the sewing machine. I'm like, don't tell me that. Do not tell me that. I do not have space for another spinning wheel. I do not have space for another spinning wheel. I do not. I do not. And if I had space for another spinning wheel, we both know I would own a walking one. We both know I would own the giant 12-foot you have to walk to make the
Oh
spinning wheel
yeah.
work. You know, we all know I would own one if I could. How easy would it be for
Yeah.
me to get my steps in a day and spin
Oh, just
at the
walking
same
back and
time?
forth.
At the same time. That's a two for
Oh
one.
my God, the amount of
It's a two for
fiber going
one.
on right here is
It's gonna
just,
be
I'm gonna need
ridiculous.
your lint roller when we're
I
done.
want, I want that freaking Alberta blend one. The squish crunch. I want the squish
Oh,
crunch.
the Cotswold linen.
I want the squish
I
crunch
I
so
can't I
bad.
yeah,
I
it's
want it so
soft,
bad.
but it's crunchy.
I want it so
It's
bad. I
so
want it so bad.
interesting.
I want it so bad. I don't need to. I do not require any more fiber. I'm going to be buying more fiber because I also need to see if I can get a hold of that Christmas colored way one too. Oh my God, it's so pretty.
It's nice.
I want it.
Oh, the
I want
other
it so
thing,
bad.
there was a lady selling weaving kits and stuff, but
Mm,
she's not too far away, and
okay.
she does weaving workshops. So I got on her list to
What?
do a weaving workshop at her farm next
Oh
time
my
she's doing that.
God. We
And
might
if
need
you
to
can
buy.
get 4 people together, she'll do a custom weaving workshop if you can get a group of 4.
Cool. So we need to fly me out there. We'll take Cheryl and Louise. That's it. We're a party of 4.
Yeah, right. That
Why
was
must I live so
Red
far away?
Maple something was the name. Red Maple Farm or something.
Yeah,
Red Maple
yeah.
something.
Okay,
He
okay.
was lovely.
Oh, good.
And so if you ever make it out here, we absolutely need to do that.
I was right up there with like a pottery class. Like you and I need to take a pottery class. We need to go take a pottery and firing course. Like we
Oh,
just need to go do that because that'd be so much fun. I don't know why you live so far away from me. I was complaining about this today. What you guys don't know is we talk a lot, thank God, because when we don't, it is excessive.
oh, it takes forever.
It takes forever for anything to get done. If we lapse on this for even more than like 72 hours, it's a problem for us. I was complaining at her the other day. I was like, why do you live in another province? I want to go see Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Where are you? Where are you? You're my movie buddy.
I'm over
Come on now.
here. Where are
Not
you?
cool.
What are you doing over there?
Back here because my husband doesn't work in robotics. I don't have one of those. And Ontario be expensive. I
Yeah,
can't
it do be
I can't
expensive.
I can't afford to live in Manitoba and it's a cheap province.
It
It's a
is
problem for
expensive.
me. It's a problem for me. All right. Goodness. Okay.
All right, now I'm done with all of my
Now we're
stories.
done with that because okay, awesome. We should do ourselves a non-scripted Patreon ad, so we can get through the admin boring stuff and we can let everybody go enjoy their day, evening, night, whatever. Go to bed, whatever. I don't know what time you're watching this. I don't know your schedule.
I get to go do 3 more hours of dancing tonight because was a good idea.
I have editing and knitting on my plate today.
If you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at patreon.com/northern knits podcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we chatter at all hours of the day about all manner of things. And I post pictures of exactly how fuzzy I am right now. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
was wearing a black shirt yesterday after I wound my
Yeah.
fuzzy, fuzzy yarn, and it looks like I cuddled a cat,
It's
a
so
white
fuzzy.
cat.
I could tell that you had fuzz on your t-shirt, and I have the worst vision
It
in the
was
group.
really fuzzy.
In the group, I have the legally blind woman has the worst vision of the group, and I could tell you were fuzzy. I was like, oh, there's gonna be so much fuzz because even I'm picking it up.
So yeah,
Oh
pictures of
boy.
me being fuzzy, links to the patterns that I'm definitely not winding yarn for and casting
Uh-huh.
on because I said I
Uh-huh.
wasn't going to do that.
I
Stuff like that.
absolutely bemoaned it being 20 plus degrees at 10 o'clock at night.
Yes, much
Yeah.
chatter about the weather in various parts of the world.
God, some days. Some days. All right. Oh, over the rules, the regulations, the fun stuff. Let's get through the admin work. We are updating the prices on Patreon. That is going to be occurring to everybody as of the 1st of November. This is so that if you sign up after the 1st of November and you choose to do so on your Apple app instead of the website, you do not get dinged. I didn't think that was fair. I didn't think that, like, you shouldn't have to stop and think about it if you happen to just own an Apple device. I go through the
Yeah.
website rather than I would just like that. Nobody wants to stop and think about that. No, and I didn't want anybody to be dinged one way or the other. So we did that. We're also making the transition. I'm moving over to full-time content. The workload has gotten big enough that one of the two of us has to make the shift. And we volunteered me, and I volunteered myself. So it's totally fine. So that is in. The votes have been done. If you're a Patreon member and you've not voted, you can go ahead and vote. It's like I didn't close the poll down. It's still open. We're sitting at 83% in favor of going up to our first tier being $5. So again, I'm going to keep reminding people so it's not a shock. We're also moving to the dynamic charging. So you'll be charged as of when you sign up after the 1st of November. So there have been some shifts, as it were. Other things that we've got going on admin wise. There's so much stuff going on right now.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Summer Equinox craft along is almost finished. We're probably going to move that terminology to make along because I keep getting craft along confused with crochet along. We're going to start the fall equinox on the 22nd during the fall equinox. Everybody who follows on Patreon for free and or otherwise can already see a post because you can follow Patreon people for free and get the free stuff they publish, can already see a post with all of the links of the projects we talk about in an upcoming bonus content video. The bonus content video obviously goes far more in depth because that giant pile of yarn back there just didn't happen on its own. That is absolutely detritus from recording. So we've got a bonus content recording going up. As always, Patreon members are going to get that first, then it'll come out to YouTube. So for everyone keeping track of the schedule, that means this coming Friday is Mid-Month Motivation with me and Louise on Louise's channel. This coming Saturday is the Patreon e-knit for all members at Tier 2 and above, starting at noon Manitoba time. Sunday is the live cast on Parting, starting at noon Manitoba time, here live on YouTube. And then all of a sudden we're in the 20s of September, which means we're almost at October. For everybody doing the
Wild.
math on that one. For everyone doing the math on that one.
Don't know how we got there.
Holy schnickerdoodle. Okay. That's a thing. And upcoming stuff, I am going to be at the Silver Willow knitting event in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan on October the 5th. Diana is grateful she is done her traveling for a while, so she's going to be a homebody. And I appreciate it. Because I'm going to
I did find out
up.
about some more fibre events, but they're not until later in October, and
Oh, that's
I think
fine.
they clash with some other events that I might need to go to for work. locally. So we'll see.
Got some stuff to balance out schedule wise. Oh, what else we got going on? The librarian knit along will end at the end of the year. So if you are currently working on a project that is librarian themed or book themed yarn or book themed project, we've got till December for that to be done. Diane
My
and
craft
I,
off project this month, so I'm hoping
yes, it
that
was.
that I'm hoping that happens.
So am I. So am I. So all of that said, I think that's everything we've got on the schedule for the moment. Whip sprints are the last Saturday of the month. That's normal. That's actually the Saturday after the Patreon. So like
Yep.
we'll be talking about that again one more time. Otherwise, I think that's it for admin. I think that's all I've got. I think that's all.
That sounds like it. That sounds like enough stuff.
I hope so. God, I hope so.
Yeah, right.
Oh, all right, guys. In which case,
Alrighty.
I'm gonna say until next week. I'm Jocleyn,
And I'm Diana.
and no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to
Don't
knit.
forget to knit.
We need to
I'm
rework
so
our
covered in
outro too.
fluff.
Oh my god.
I know.
Why
I'm
is
so
my
fluffy.
brain so full of gross?
It's so fuzzy. I don't know.
Oh god.
Fuzz
It's
is so fuzzy.
pretty. I'm sorry, that is so damn stinking adorable. I want that spinning fiber. I want that smooth crunch. I'm never gonna remember the name of it. I'm only gonna remember it as smooth crunchy.
Yeah, I will know exactly what you mean because it's smooth but crunchy.
And crunchy. And my god, I want to spin that so bad. On my medieval drop
And like
spindle.
and the linen
my
gets
medieval.
soft when you work.
I love linen
it.
so much. So much.
So
I
like
want
it might
more
be
linen
soft by
in
the
my
time it
life.
makes it into a washed yarn state.
It would be. Because linen continues to soften up as it ages. So like it just keeps getting softer.